Hey YouTube friends, I hope you are well. This is going to be a full body post-workout stretch. So whether you've literally just done a workout or you did one earlier today, this is the yoga class for you. We're going to get stretching the entire body. It's going to feel good. So come and join me on your mat whenever you are ready. We're going to begin today straight in a forward fold. So bend the knees as deeply as you need to here to keep a nice long spine. So straightening the legs means that you round like this, then just bend the knees, keep them nice and soft, letting the head and the neck drop down towards the earth. Hands can be resting on the earth for support, or if you have yoga blocks nearby, you could grab those. Start to connect to your breath here. Filling up the belly with air as you inhale. Maybe feeling it rising closer to meet the thighs. And contract the core, drawing the navel towards the spine as you exhale. And notice the feet rooting down into the earth. Feel the earth rising up to support you. On your next breath in, come up to a flat back, drawing the shoulders back, drawing the chest forwards, finding one nice long line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Take another inhale here, find even more length, and exhale, release back down into your fold. Inhale to lift, exhale to fold. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale to fold. Now bring the hands to interlace behind the lower back, crossing the fingers, crossing the thumbs, and then let the hands drop down towards the earth. Drawing the heels of the hands towards one another. They don't have to touch, we're just working in that direction. Opening through the shoulders as we let the hands fall down towards the earth. Now bend into the left knee even deeper and straighten the right knee as you touch the left shoulder in towards the left knee and open even further through the right side of the body. Unravel, come back through centre, then bend the other knee, dip in the other shoulder as you straighten the opposite leg and open through the chest. Come back through centre, over to the other side. Back through centre, switch sides. Keep working back and forth, taking it at your own pace. Twisting from the upper spine, opening through the chest, the shoulders, the hamstrings, the lower back here. Let go of any tension from the neck and shoulders, so make sure you can still wiggle your head from side to side. Take one more on each side. Then come back through centre, release the clasp of the hands, place the hands on the mat, then drop one knee at a time down onto the earth, landing in a tabletop position. We're stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists, the hips over the knees, and the knees and the ankles, making nice parallel lines. As we inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest up towards the sky. Keep the gaze straight ahead, and exhale, draw the hips and the chin towards one another, rounding through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting the chest, exhaling, arching through the entire spine, pushing those vertebrae up towards the sky. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Now come back to a neutral flat back. Keeping the hips stacking over the knees, start to walk the hands forwards towards the front of the mat and sink the chest down towards the earth. You can have the hands flat on the mat, or you can experiment with coming up onto the fingertips to get an even deeper stretch through the chest and the shoulders. Now, even though we're sinking the chest down, we still want to keep the core nice and engaged, so not totally sinking down through the belly, still keeping a little bit of engagement as we stretch. Now start to slide those hands back on the mat as you drop the hips towards the heels. Bring the big toes to touch, bring the knees wide, landing in a child's pose. And start to wiggle the hips from side to side here. Inhale, lift the chest, press into the hands. Now exhale, walk the hands over to the right hand side of the mat, stacking the left hand on top of the right, drawing the left hip back in space, opening through the obliques, the left side of the body. Inhale, come back through centre. Exhale, walk those hands over to the left. Inhale, come back through centre. Root down through all 10 fingers. Rock up onto the knees, then tuck under the toes, straighten the legs, send the hips high, landing in a downward facing dog. Start to bend and straighten one knee at a time, getting even more of an opening through the backs of the legs. And draw the chest back towards the thighs to get a nice opening through the chest and the shoulders here. On your next breath in, root down through the left foot, sweep the right toes up towards the sky. And on your next exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose, then step that foot through in between the hands. You can use the right hand to support you to reach that foot through. Drop the back knee down onto the mat with the back toes either flat or tucked under, and making sure the right knee is stacking above the right ankle. You can be down on your hands, you can come up onto your fingertips here, lifting through the chest as we open through the hips here. Keep those legs nice and engaged, so drawing the right hip back and the left hip forwards. Now take the left hand down onto the mat, start to walk the right foot towards the edge of the mat and roll onto the outer edge of the right foot as you bend the left foot in towards the left glute and sweep the right hand around for the outside of the left foot. Start to draw that foot in towards your body. Maybe you draw it in just a few inches, maybe it comes in a bit closer. Opening through the hips, the quads, the chest, all at once here. So today we're doing lots of movements that get multiple parts of the body rather than just doing a single area at once. Keep that breath nice and flowing. Now release that left foot down onto the mat. Start to walk the right foot towards the centre line. Plant both hands on the mat. Then bring the right foot in towards the left hip as you drop the right knee down onto the mat, landing in our pigeon pose. Now straight away, lift the left leg off the mat, swing it around and bring the left knee to stack on top of the right in our cow face pose. So the left knee is stacking on top of the right, the heels are drawing in towards the opposite hip. There might be a big gap between the top and the bottom knee, and that's okay. You can fill the gap with a cushion or anything if you wish. We'll inhale, sweep both arms up. Now keep the right arm lifted, bring the left hand behind, and then start to draw the fingertips towards one another, maybe finding the clasp of the fingertips, or maybe you just grab onto the back of your shirt or whatever top you're wearing, or if you have a tea towel or a blanket, a strap, anything like that, you can grab in between your hands. So we're drawing the right elbow up towards the sky and the left elbow down towards the earth. If taking the clasp means that your chest collapses forward like this, then don't take the clasp. Another option is also to bring the left hand to the top of the right elbow and draw it down like that. Just taking whichever option feels like a good stretch for you and which allows you to find lots of length in your spine. So we're opening through the triceps, the chest, the shoulders, the hips, the glutes. Great stretch here. Now release the clasp of the hands if you had it, and then draw the right arm across the body. Draw the right arm in towards the chest as you draw the right shoulder down. Keep the right fingertips active. Unravel, release those arms, maybe give them a little shake out. Now keeping the left leg crossing over the top of the right, you're going to stamp the right foot onto the floor and bring the left heel so it crosses over the front of the right knee. Left toes are nice and flexed, nice and active, hands are rooting down into the earth, and the chest is lifting up towards the sky. You can bring the foot far away from you, or you can start to walk that foot closer in towards your body. As before, just making sure the chest is nice and lifted. And we draw that left knee away from us as we pull the right knee energetically in towards us. Unravel, uncross those legs, stamping both feet on the ground. You're going to simply push yourself up, back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, step it back to a plank position, and then back to downward facing dog. We'll inhale, sweep the left toes up towards the sky. Exhale, round through the spine, glue that foot onto the earth, descend that back knee, landing in our low lunge, either with the hands or the fingertips on the earth, finding some energy through the inner thighs. So finding the stretch, but also finding some engagement, not totally sinking down into the hips here. Now place that right hand next to the left foot. Start to walk the left toes towards the outside edge of the mat, maybe rolling onto the outside edge of that left foot. Then we bend the right leg in, sweep the left arm around for the right foot, and start to draw that heel in towards the body. This side might feel different from the other side, so just take it to the edge of the stretch for you on this side, on this day. Keeping the chest nice and lifted here. So how deep you can go into a stretch might be totally different from one day to the next, depending on what you've been doing. So just listening to your body in each moment, never taking it too far. Let go of that foot, place the left hand back down and start to walk that left foot back in. Then bring the left knee down to the mat, left heel in towards the right hip. We'll inhale to lift the chest, then exhale, swing the right leg around, stacking the right knee on top of the left, landing in our cow face pose. Feet are relaxed, heels draw in towards the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the right hand down and behind, left hand up and over, reaching around for that clasp, reaching for your shirt, using a strap, or just taking the right hand onto the top of the left elbow. Now release that clasp, draw the left arm across the body. I can't pull mine in too close or I'll squish my microphone, but you take it nice and close into the chest, drawing that shoulder down and in towards the body. Unravel, give those arms a little shake out. Then keeping the right leg over the top of the left, we start to sit back, plant the left foot on the floor, right ankle comes to cross over the left knee, and we maybe start to bring that left foot closer in towards the body as we push the right knee energetically away from us. Unravel, plant both feet on the mat, then extend both legs out long. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Stretching through the entire back side of the body here, all the way from the backs of the legs, the backs of the feet, all the way up through into the neck. Knees can be deeply bent here. They don't need to be straight whatsoever. And we want to think of drawing our chest forwards rather than drawing it down. Unravel, press the hands into the mat to press yourself back up. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position and just centre yourself. Let that energy, the effects of your practice settle, redistribute before you move on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much. I hope that got you feeling nice and stretched, nice and loosey-goosey in a good way. If you enjoyed that, I would be super duper grateful if you could leave a like so that I know you enjoyed it. Maybe even comment what you thought of it, and obviously don't forget to subscribe so that we can practice together again in the very near future. Hopefully I will have you joining me on your mat at some point very soon.